Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading for Scorpio. This is your self-reflection reading. Now, if you haven't been to a self-reflection reading before, the idea behind these is every now and then we've got a little bit of inner healing work to do, and sometimes we don't know where to start. So this is a little bit of a helpful nudge from Spirit on where to be looking with that inner healing. Now, as this is collective, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find anything in this message for yourself, then please check your other placements and you're likely to find a message in there. Now, this is likely to include your past, present and future because it is for self-reflection. If you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe. And if you press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Okay, so let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for the self-reflection journey for Scorpio, please? I should say, can we get some more cards? Even as you already threw one out. Now I'm using my dark crystal tarot deck, so the suits in this are not the usual suits. That's too many cards at once, Spirit. One more, please. Okay, we'll take two. Okay then, so the overall energy we have for the read, we have this Six of Stones. Now oddly, in the Dark Crystal Tarot deck, stones are not pentacles, even though they are rocks and you'd think it should be the earth signs. It's not. They're actually the weapons in the Dark Crystal. So yeah, they are the swords in this deck. So the Six of Stones then is your overall energy. So that's suggesting that you are trying to move forward, you're trying to move into calmer waters, you're trying to leave behind things that no longer serve you, but you are feeling a little bit stuck with doing that. It may be taking a little bit of a time to move forward. It could be that you're going through a few turbulent things, and it's suggesting that, yeah, you don't seem to be progressing as quickly as you would like. Now, in your how you're talking to yourself, we have a page of vials in the upright, in the reverse. The page of vials is the page of cups in this deck. So that is suggesting to me that you're not currently in touch with your feelings. You're very much telling yourself that you're closed off, potentially telling yourself that you've missed out on a new love opportunity. It could very well be that you're chastising yourself and telling yourself that you don't really have any feelings, you don't have emotions, you could be completely cut off from your emotions, and you're being very negative towards love. You're potentially withholding any sort of love, you're not really extending it, or you're telling yourself not to. It could also be that you're telling yourself that nobody is wanting that with yourself as well. Let's get some clarification on this page of vials. Now for clarification, I am using my Labyrinth deck, so we're going all out on the Tim Henman. Again, these ones don't have normal suits either. I like to try and confuse myself as I'm reading. Okay, so we have the Justice card. So you are making a decision. Potentially a decision has been made in your favour, or you've made a decision based on things that you know. It could be that it's been a very fair decision that's been made, or it has been a very fair decision that's been made. It is suggesting that you are struggling with the truth behind that decision a little bit with this King of Feathers. That's the King of Swords coming out to the side. It is telling me that you you're feeling very guarded with regards to this decision. It could be that you've made a decision with regards to a person. You may have made a decision with regards to romance. You could be telling yourself that you don't want anything, or you don't want any romance. You could very much be telling yourself that you are, you know, you're not interested in romance at all. But it could be very much that you're lying to yourself with this King of Feathers coming to the side. It's suggesting that truth and clarity is something that you're struggling with. Now, we do also have a Queen of Junk that came out in the reverse. That is the Queen of Pentacles. I think that's a brilliant card. Let's show you the upright. It's the little lady out of the junkyard. So, yeah, she's very much, when she's in the reverse, it's very much not feeling abundant, not feeling like you want the house and the home, being very lacking a lot, you know, not feeling like you want to have anything. It could be that you're convincing yourself that you don't want family, you don't want children, you don't want a happy home life, you're happy being on your own. It could be that you're telling yourself you're not going to have romance because you haven't got the money to have romance, you can't afford it. But it is suggesting to me, like I say, this with this King of Feathers, it's suggesting that you're struggling with that a little bit. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Maybe you've made this decision and you're changing your mind, but you won't admit to it. But it does look as though you're very cut off from your emotions with that Page of Vials in the reverse. And it is causing you to, yeah, not really engage with family, with home, with stability. And it's like you're not paying attention either with the Page of Vials. So if love comes your way, you're kind of not seeing it. You're closed off to it. Or at least that's what you're telling yourself. Now, what you're hiding from yourself out of fear or shame, we have a Seven of Stones in the reverse. Now that is telling me that you may have been caught in the act of doing something that wasn't particularly nice. You could have been deceiving somebody and you've been caught out. It could very well be that you're scared of being deceived and catching somebody. It could also be that you are ready to have an open, honest discussion and you want to lay all your cards out on the table. But what you potentially want, you're either scared of or you are ashamed of it for some reason. Let's get some clarification on that Seven of Stones. Okay, so we have the Judgment card that's come out to the side. Now that is suggesting to me that the Judgment is making a final decision on something. You're struggling to make a final decision. Maybe you're ashamed of that final decision. Maybe you're scared of that final decision. It's got something to do with the Three of Pots. Now that Three of Pots is in the reverse. There could have been a third party just throwing it out there that is no longer going on. It could just be that you're not happy and you're not in a celebratory manner. Whatever it is, it's something that you're not celebrating. And with this World here as well, it's very much that something has come to an end. There's been an end to a cycle. Now this Judgment could suggest that you are closing out this cycle, and that could be something that you're fearing or you could be ashamed of, and it's a bit of a challenge to close it out. It could just be that you are fearing the next steps after this ends, after the world finishes, so you can start again. It could very much be that if you were keeping things to yourself in the past, it could be very much that now you need to be open and honest, and that's scaring you. But the Judgment here is telling me that You know, you're either not acting on a wake-up call, something, so it's like you've either got all the information in front of you and you're not acting on it, or you've got all the information and you're finally making that final decision, but it's a big challenge for you. It's quite a hard decision to make and you're not happy about that decision. But whatever it is, it's involving you having to not necessarily come clean on things, but at least admit to yourself what it is that you want. You know, possibly admitting to someone else, whether it's just your feelings or something that's happened. To me, it feels very much of you realizing what it is that you want and coming clean with yourself, to be completely honest with you, so that you can actually make that final decision. It's very much admitting to yourself instead of hiding it from yourself, because here, this King of Feathers, you know, it's telling me that you're not admitting to your truth. Your truth is something that is a struggle for you, and here you're struggling to make a decision on something that you're hiding from yourself. So this is very much something to do with your truth. So once you actually own your truth, you'll be able to make that decision, and hopefully you'll stop being ashamed or fearful of it. Now, what is currently available to you to help you heal, we have an Ace of Gems in the reverse. Now that's an Ace of Pentacles, so very much telling me that possibly spending a bit of money, not necessarily taking a new job, things that are something that will help you. You're not necessarily starting something new at this point in time, having a bit of a delay to something new. Now, it can also be financial loss of some sort, so potentially spending some money on yourself as well. Let's get some clarification on this Ace of Gems. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pots came out first. No, it didn't. The Five of Poles came out first, so that's the Five of Wands. So very much having some sort of healthy competition. You know, learning from competition that's out there, not necessarily having any sort of confrontation, but just, you know, healthy, good competition. We do have the Fate card, which is the Death card. So very much a transition is going on. So something is coming to an end. You need to end some sort of cycle in order for you to transition into something better. And I'm assuming it's to do with this judgment and your truth. Very much something you are needing to embrace and learn from. And then we have a Seven of Pots. So with that ending is going to come a significant amount of choices. So you're going to have a lot of options in front of you, many different things that you could choose, many different paths, many different routes, you know, potentially choices between people, choices between jobs, you know, possibly choices with thought patterns and religions as well. You know, there are lots of different opportunities and choices are available for you. Okay, and what you need to release, we have an Empress card. Now, that to me either suggests you need to release a person, or potentially you need to release the Empress's personality traits. So if you're holding on to somebody that you would consider as your Empress, so the Empress, the personality traits of the Empress, now bear in mind these can be masculine as well as feminine. Gender is fluid within tarot, so, you know, it can be swapped, whatever resonates for yourself. So with the Empress, she's extremely nurturing, she's very loving, she's very abundant, she's fertile, she is very giving, generous. And she's very, you know, she's really kind, but she's also a mother. So this could be a mother figure, this could be a grandmother, this could be somebody that you have children with, this could be, like I say, it could be any of those personality traits as well for yourself. But this is suggesting that this is something that you need to release, or someone or something about your personality that you need to release. Maybe you are somebody that gives a lot and you could need to rein in your generosity. Maybe you are too kind and people walk over you and you need to rein that in a little bit. Like I say, it could be a person, maybe something's happened in the past and a relationship is broken down and you need to release a person. This could be somebody that you may be holding dear to you that has passed on and you're still holding them very, very close, but you just need to release that, you know, that you can still always hold on to their memory, but, you know, at certain points you have to let them go. And I don't mean that as in anything horrible or, you know, forgetting about them or anything else, but letting their energy go. You still have all your memories, and I'm pretty sure that they'll still be around helping you be a spirit guide or whatever else you need them for, but you do need to release them. Now that is going to be for some of you. It's not very often that I would pick up on that kind of energy, but it is for somebody out there. Now that Empress is being clarified by a 3 of Wands, a 9 of Pots and a Queen of Pots. So the 3 of Wands then is very much patience, having a lot of patience and waiting. So if this is somebody that you may have separated from and you're patiently waiting for them to come back, it's telling you to stop waiting, okay? If this is the fact that the Empress has got a lot of patience because she is so nurturing, this is telling you to release that. You need to stop waiting around for things because something isn't going to come your way. We've got the 9 of Pots in the reverse. So this is very much wish fulfillment that's being delayed. And that's because you're sitting waiting for something. So this to me is very much suggesting that you were waiting for happiness. Well, you were potentially waiting for abundance. You could be very much waiting for fertility, for an Empress, because you feel that they'll make you happy, and your waiting around is just delaying things. And this is telling you to stop waiting. It's telling you to release them, to let it go. We've got the Queen of Pots here as well. So this is very much something that is emotional for you. Again, where I said the Empress is somebody that's extremely giving, very loving, very nurturing. So is the Queen of Pots. So again, it's just kind of telling me that, you know, you feel like this person's going to be happy. You're very much in love with them, but you're waiting for them, and you're waiting for them, and you may have been waiting for them for quite some time. And this is telling me it's time for you to release them. It's time for you to let them go. It's time for you to release that waiting. Now, what you need to embrace, we have a Knight of Shards, and we have a 5 of Stones in the reverse. I just dropped one of the cards. So that Knight of Shards is very much the Knight of Wands. He's telling me that you need to have drive, passion, know what it is that you want and go for it. Maybe you're waiting for this person to make a move, and this could be you embracing that you don't need to wait around anymore and you actually just need to go for it. You know, this Knight of Shards is very much going after what he wants, but he can also run out of energy quite quickly, so make sure that you've got plenty of energy. The 5 of Stones is telling me that you need to avoid conflict and you need to avoid drama. That is very much you cooperating with people and moving out of anything that is, or avoiding anything that is going to cause you any kind of flare-ups, any prods and pokes that you might take as bait. And, you know, it's very much you keeping away from all of that. Can we get clarification on this Knight of Shards and the 5 of Stones, please, Spirit? Okay, so we have an 8 of Wands. So now, well, an 8 of Poles. Now that's in the reverse. So potentially you may have tried to miscommunicate, or you may have miscommunicated with someone previously. And that could be something that you need to own. You need to realise that yes, you've miscommunicated. It may have caused a little bit of friction. This is telling you that you may need to go and apologise. I'm saying that because you've got a Knight of Pots. He's very much going to bring a message of love, of peace, possibly a gift as well. It's more the Knight of Pentacles or junk that gives gifts, but the Knight of Pots can give gifts. Very much going along with his heart on his sleeve to offer that cup of love. Could be very much that you need to embrace your emotions, because here, remember, you had that page of vials, which is the cups as well, where you're not feeling your emotions. This is telling me that you need to actually start feeling your emotions. You need to know what you want to go for. You know, avoid conflict. Yes, there may be a little bit of miscommunication, but it's still knowing what you want, actually putting that message out there to whoever it is that you want. And then you get this leap of faith, you know, moving towards it, having that leap of faith to have that new start. So very much embracing new starts, embracing your emotions and going after what you want, embracing what you're feeling passionate about, embracing that your communication may be a little bit wonky. And it could just be that the Eight of Poles doesn't necessarily mean that it's communication. It can also just be the speed of things. It could just be that things are going to be a little bit slow. Now, the Knight of Shards is very much fast-moving energy, but he's nowhere near as fast as the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest. You've got relatively medium energies here, Knight of Pots, Knight of Shards. You've definitely not got the Knight of Pentacles, so you're all good there with speed, but it's going to be a bit slower than what you'd want. It's not quite as fast-moving as, you know, as that Knight of Swords, but yeah, just embrace it. Embrace that, you know, there might be a bit of slow communication, but that you're feeling your emotions so you can have that new leap forward. But definitely get hold of your feelings. Don't let anything get in your way. Don't let people or anything block you. And if it's very much that you know, you want this person, then go towards them. Give them that message. Stop waiting around. Release waiting around. Yes, they may shoot you down, but you know, if you don't try, you're never going to know. And if it's something where you are waiting for them and you've been waiting a long time, and they're well aware of your intentions, then, you know, I would definitely suggest releasing them and moving forward, having that leap of faith in a different direction, trying with someone else. You never know. You may like somebody equally or more than that person that you're seeing as your Empress. Right, let's get you an Angel of Light card as well to see if there's any more messages that Spirit would like to give to you. So we've got Purpose jumping out straight away. So the angels remind you that every situation or person is placed on your path with a purpose. It may be to strengthen you, offer you an opportunity to resolve or forgive the past, release old patterns, or for enjoyment. Your life purpose is ultimately to do that which brings you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. So very much finding out what it is that you want with that Knight of Wands. Seeking those soul qualities will place you on the path of your destiny. Once on your life path, allow nothing and no one to deflect you from your mission. Your guidance is to ask your angel to help you find the purpose of your current situation, or if you are ready, your life mission. Align your strength and willpower and hold your intention to fill your purpose. The angels will support you and you will succeed. Your affirmation: I'm strong and determined. Okay, well, I hope that has given you, Scorpio, some ideas on what self-reflection you may need to do. If you did enjoy your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button to help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. Good luck with your healing, and thank you for joining me.